Hello, teacher leaders. This is your principal, Bill Black. I'm just trying a Screencast.webm to communicate with you. This is an app from Google that allows us to communicate through video. So I'm creating a video message, and I wanted to share the document that we have put together. It was a Google Doc that I think might be a good way for us to communicate. Would like to get what your expectations are and what you would like to do as a teacher leader. I think the goal of the teacher leader is to increase student achievement through coaching, mentoring, and observations, as well as being comfortable with data. You've all been interviewed and chosen by your peers to be teacher leaders and help run this school and this department. And it's definitely a different role than you had last year. So we want you to be comfortable. We want you to be supported. And we're also going to expect a lot out of you, because not only will we be looking for you to help us move the school forward, it will also be your peers and the people in your department. So this Google Doc was something that was created that Mike and I have looked at. So on the Screencast.webm here, should be seeing the highlighted, the goal. And then there were some questions. So I'd like you to think about what are the responsibilities of a teacher leader. Coaching, mentoring, planning time. We're really going to provide a lot of time for you and your teams to get together and work. So that work needs to be meaningful, it needs to be effective, it needs to be organized, which we know it will be, but we want to help you get there. You also want to get into observations, being able to see each other in a classroom, be able to see the people in your class, have them come in your department, have them come in and see you. You're going to let us know what you need, and we're going to do what we can to put it all together for you. Materials is a big thing that we're working on right now, and material management. So that's something to think about for some of you. So also student achievement data is something that we'll always be looking at. What happens during the teacher leader period? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Again, this document is a working document. I want your feedback, but in order to ask for your feedback, I had to kind of sketch something. Mike and I sketched something that we put together for you to look at, but this is a working document. So what happens? So I want to have a weekly meeting together as a teacher leader team with administration. We also want to focus on professional development. I think what gets missed in a lot of teacher leaders, especially talking with Mike, not a lot of time is spent on your own leadership and how you can become a better leader. And I don't think we do enough of that in Providence. And I think that it takes time and practice. So we would like to build that into the schedule. So we'll front load some of it at the beginning of the year, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what that's going to look like. But it's going to find ways that you can improve your communication, your leadership style, especially when you're coaching and mentoring and differentiating your approach to many other teachers. So we want to help with that. So we've carved out time to do that. Some of you are in or have accomplished or completed leadership programs. So we hope it will be similar to that, but more effective for you and what you have happening in your classroom and with your teachers. So observation process. So what teachers are we going to look at? How are we going to deliver feedback? What's our look for tool going to look like? We want to have something consistent that ties back to the school improvement plan. How are we going to measure standards? And how do we know that this process is working? We always want to think about that as we're putting things together. Want to get really specific into coaching and what that looks like. A lot of it's going to be planning. It's got to be something that I'm going into this room on these days because I'm looking for these one or two things. There needs to be some communication with the teacher prior to going in the room, and then the feedback delivered after. Mike and I will help you with that. This is a non-evaluative position, so we can discuss those lines where we think that administration and teacher leaders and where it can get a little gray. We want to make sure we clear those lines out. This is about improvement. We want to improve our teachers. Our goal this year is to improve everyone in the building. So you guys are going to help make that happen. And we're going to support you. So a lot of planning on your part of what your month's going to look like. And we'll want to see that. What are the possible artifacts to maximize your effectiveness. It could be a calendar, agenda, schedule of meetings. How do we know it's working? Why are you going into certain people's room? Why you're not going into others? What are you doing there? There's all different levels of readiness and differentiation that we'll all have to get through, but we need to plan. Just can't be willy-nilly. So here's the schedule piece we were looking at. We've taken some feedback and suggestions, and we've had a couple of people really be pretty demonstrative and encourage Wednesdays for a day for us to meet. So we're willing to make that happen. So we're going to start not on the first day of school because that wouldn't make any sense, but our meeting is September 9th. Will be our first teacher leader meeting with administration. So we'll meet on Wednesdays, barring any holidays or vacations, all the way up until June 22nd. We won't meet on Yom Kippur on September 23rd because that is a Wednesday, but we'll meet the Tuesday, the day before. Also, professional development that I talked about earlier, that's highlighted right here. Professional development for teacher leaders during period 7. We'll do it on the 8th, the 15th, and the 29th. So that'll be during your teacher leader period 7, where we will meet those 3 dates to work on some leadership and some different things that will help you do your job more effectively. And we'll continue that PD throughout the rest of the year. We're going to kind of front load it in September, but then just once a month on the first Tuesday of each month. And those dates are right here from October through June. So you can see those should be highlighted on your screen right now. The next page is a kind of a question and comment section. So if you're not familiar with working with Google Docs, you can see up here I have my Google Drive, which is where the Google Doc is stored. So when I need to pull that up, that's the one I'm in right now. So that opens up, and here we are. Also, we have a comment section here. So if there are any comments that you want to make, you just add a comment. So there's my picture of me up there. I think all of us have a Gmail account tied to our PPSD, but if not, you can set one up. And we're also working on more of that. But if it said, if you wanted to place a comment, so one of the goals of the teacher leader is to increase student achievement through coaching. You might put a comment or a question. What are some other ways to increase student achievement? So that can be used. And then you hit comment, and there it is right up there. So that'll have your name and your comments. So we're all going to work off this document. Questions and comment section. I would love for you to put any questions that you have, any ideas. I'm going to put that in as well. Question, comment, and I'll put big ideas, and I'll make it really big because that's kind of neat. So, and also it gets a little awkward after I'm talking to myself, and you're probably sick of listening to me. So I will put that in, and anyway, I don't know what, I like the color green sometimes, so that can work right there. So you can really play with this document. It can be something that you use. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to share this document with you, and then I will share the video with you. I haven't done that yet, so we'll see how it goes. But if I go up here to share, it says shared with one person because I did share it with Mike already. It says shared with Mike Camella down here at the bottom. So now I'm going to share it with our teacher leaders. So I'm going to put Emily Mowry, and her name comes up. I'm going to put Danielle Smith, and her name comes up. Then I'm going to put Christine Nelligan. I'm going to also put Christina Bianchi. And I don't think I spelled that right. Bianchi. And I'm going to add that to our list, as well as Carlene. And Carlene is in there as well. We don't have a social studies teacher leader just yet, so we won't add anybody there. And then can edit, can comment, can view. I'm going to keep it at edit. You'll be able to, should be able to comment off that as well. Okay, so Screencastify is just about over. So now I'm going to hit send. And I'm sending this to a couple PPSDs that do not have Google accounts. So anyone holding those invitations will have access without signing in. That is okay with me. And that is it. So that's the end of our Screencastify. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will send this out to you as well. Thank you for listening. Bye.